Very good afternoon, friends. In this video we are going to discuss about trigonometric equations. Actually we are going to solve some questions which are prominent on the basis of the board examinations, and these are the trigonometric equations. So instead of because we have already covered everything what needed to know to solve the trigonometric equations, but right now in this video we are just trying to use those ideas and the methods and just solve the questions. So the questions, the type 1 comes, find the principal solution. So first let me give the heading, that is trigonometric equation. The type 1 is the principal solution. Principal solution. Since you know that angles are formed by rotating a fixed line about a horizontal axis, so suppose I am rotating something like that, and then angles are formed. In one rotation the angle covered is 2 pi radian or 360 degrees. Means in one rotation, like in one complete rotation, the angle traced out will be 360 degrees or 2 pi radian. Principal solution means we have to find the value of the angles lying between 0 and 2 pi. Means the value of the angles lying between 0 and 360 degrees. First questions I'm just trying to solve. Now the question is tan x is root 3. Tan x equal to root 3. Now if you remember the tabulations, or if you don't, then I just do it fast. 0 degrees, 30, 45, 60s, 90. We have sine, cos, tan. 0, half, this is 1 over 2, 1 over root 2, root 3 over 2, 1, 1, root 3 over 2, 1 over root 2, 1 over 2 and 0. Okay, and tan is sine over cos, so 0 over 1 is 0, this over this is 1 over root 3, this upon this 1, this is root 3 and this is undefined. So if you see that the tan x is root 3, means this is the case, and 60 degrees as you know is nothing but pi over 3, this is pi over 2, this is pi over 4, this is pi over 6, and this is 0. So tan root 3 is tan pi by, this is tan pi by 3. So tan x equal to tan pi by 3, and we know that we have discussed this in the past, and this is the formula. If you do not understand that, then you can watch my previous videos where we have discussed this particular form. It goes like, if tan x equal to tan alpha, then x is n pi plus alpha. So we have x equal to n pi plus pi by 3 because this is our alpha, and n is integer. Now we have to find the values of principal solutions. So we have to put, suppose n equal to 0, then x equal to pi by 3. This is first value you are getting. If you write n equal to 1, then you will get the value as pi plus pi by 3, that is 4 pi by 3. In the degrees, this is 60 degrees and this is 240 degrees. And if you write n equal to 2, you get 2 pi, so 3 to the 6 plus 1, 7 pi by 3, x equal to 7 pi by 3, and that goes over 400 something, 7 is a 420 degrees. It means this angle is more than 360, that is 2 pi, means our principal solution is only these two, that is x is pi by 3 and 4 pi by 3, And you can also, because we have discussed all that, ASTC. So the tan is positive in the first quadrant, that is 0 to 90, that is 0 to pi by 2, and this is pi by 2 to pi, this is pi to 3 pi by 2, or this is 3 pi by 2 to 2 pi. So the sign is tan. Tan is positive in the first quadrant, so 0 to 90. So this first angle we are getting pi by 3, this is in the first quadrant. And the second time sin tan is positive in the third quadrant, which is more than 180 degrees and less than 270 degrees, or otherwise called as pi to 3 pi by 2. So this one is giving as 4 pi by 3. This is the case number 2. Now the next question, for that I need to clear this mess. So the second questions we are taking, that is tan x equal to minus 1. And you know that the tan x equal to minus tan 1 is pi by 4. This is your pi by 4. So this is tan pi by 4. But what about this minus? So we know that there is a formula called tan pi minus theta is minus tan theta. Means this angle is nothing but tan pi minus pi by 4. So we have tan x like this, then we write tan x is tan 3 pi by 4, x equal to n pi plus 3 pi by 4. Now put the value of n0 first. So n0, then the first value get x as 3 pi by 4. If I write x as, because if I write x n as 2 or n as 1, then I get 4 and this becomes pi. So 4 and this is 7 pi, x equal to 7 pi by 4. So 7 pi by 4 is 45 into 7. 45, 7 is 7 pi 35 pi 3. 7 pi 35, 7 pi 35 pi 3, 7 4s are 28 and 3 3 15. So this also you are getting in the range of this 0 to 2 pi or 0 to 360 degrees, and this is 135. So if I write x as 1, 4 and 3, 45 into 7, and then if I write n as minus 1, n equal to minus 1, so it will become minus pi plus 3 pi by 4. So this is pi by 4, that is 45 degree. I think there is something problem in this, because you cannot have two values in the same. 315, that is fourth quadrant negative. Yeah, fine. So now let me verify one more time. N is 1, so this is pi plus, so 4 and 1 3, so 45 into 7, 7 5 35 5 3, 7 4s are 28 and 3 3 115. Yes, it's also coming. So these are the three values which are the part of your principal solutions. Now we'll solve one more for the principal solution. Another one, that is root 3 sec x plus 2 is 0. So we'll get sec x is minus 2 over root 3. Now I reciprocal to get it in the cos form. So cos x, reciprocal of sec x is cos x. So cos x is minus root 3 over 2. So cos x equal to minus root 3 by 2. Now this is again negative, and cos, you see root 3 by 2 is pi by 3. So this is minus cos pi by 3, and this is cos x. But where is cos negative? Cos is negative in, again if you see ASTC, the cos is negative in the second quadrant and in the fourth quadrant. Cos is positive in the first quadrant and fourth quadrant. So it means we need to have pi minus also we can use. pi minus theta. So if you write cos pi minus theta is also minus cos theta, and pi plus also is minus, because in pi minus you return back into the second quadrant, and when you write pi plus you return back to the third quadrant. So here I go for anyone, so I can write cos x is cos pi minus pi by 3, that is cos 2 pi by 3. Now our form goes, if cos x, the form says like this: if cos x is cos alpha, then x is 2n pi plus minus alpha, and this plus minus is coming only because here also it is the same thing. So 2n pi plus minus alpha, therefore x will become 2n pi plus minus alpha, that is 2 pi by 3. This is actually the expression for the general solution, but since we are asked to find out the principal solution, we will simply put the value of n as 0. So you get the first answer is 2 by 3. If I write n is 1, then we get 2 pi minus 2 pi by 3, 3 to the 6 minus 2, that is 4 pi by 3. If I write n equal to minus 1, so this will become minus 2 pi, here I'll take the plus 1, that is 2 pi by 3, minus 3 2s are minus 6, so it's becoming negative, I think it's not required. If you write n equal to 2, so this becomes 4 pi, and here I take the negative, so 3 4s are 12, 12 minus 2 is 10 pi by 3. So pi by 3 is 60, therefore the 10 pi by 3 is 600, and this is 240, so this is in the range. And then we should get one value, that is 2 pi by 3, this is 120. So we are getting two values, 120 degrees and the 240s, and these are in the principal solutions. Now suppose if you have forgotten, if you are asked to express these angles in the circular measure, that is called the radian form, then how will you do that? We know that 180 degrees is pi radian, therefore 1 degree is pi over 180, and 120 degrees 120 pi over 180, 62s are 63s are, that is 2 pi by 3. So this is how you find the principal solutions. Now let me clear the mess and I'll solve some general solutions. Now we have to solve some general solution. General solution means there is no restriction. You can find all set of values. So you get large number of values for these expressions. Now the first question I have, this is sine x plus pi by 5, that is 0. Now this directly comes in the category of sine x equal to 0, and that form says sine x is 0, therefore x is n pi, where n is integer. So in this case we will have x plus pi over 5 as n pi, and x is n pi minus pi over 5, where n belongs to integer. This is the expression for the general solutions. Keep on putting the values of n, which are integer, extended from minus infinity to plus infinity, and you can get whatever value you want, and that should satisfy this equation. This is how this general expression is, and this is what's called a general solution. Now I take another example where it says that cos 5x as 0. Now what about for cos x is 0 form? Now this is the case number 1, it's a sin x is 0, then we have cos x is 0, therefore x is odd multiple of pi by 2, that is 2n plus 1 pi by 2, and again is integer. So here I have my 5x as odd multiple of pi by 2, where n is integer, and then since we have to find x, we'll write 2n plus 1 pi over 10, and n belongs to integer. This is how you can find the solution of this type. Now let me clear the mess, and again coming back to you with some more. Now I have another type which says that find the general solution for sine square x minus 3 is 0. So for this kind of questions we have three forms which goes like this. Sine square x is sine square alpha, cos square x is cos square alpha, tan square x is tan square alpha, and they have just one common general solution which goes like x is n pi plus minus alpha. So in this condition I go and try to express sine square x as 3 by 4. This I can write as root 3 over 2 whole square. This is sine square x. Sine square x is sine square root 3 is pi by 3, that is 60 degrees. Now we have got, so here you see alpha is directly you are getting as pi over 3. So your general solution is x is n pi plus minus pi over 3. This is the general solutions for any equations of this form which can be expressed in this way. This is how it goes. Now we have one more form left, and now let me clear the mess and coming to that. Now we have another form that is called as a cos x plus b sin x is c, or otherwise it can also be called as a sin x plus b cos x is c. Now the theme of these two is just to convert this into the condensed form of double angle or the summation of angle form. So what I'll do that I can apply anything, like you know that you have the formula that is sine a plus minus b as sine a cos b plus minus cos a sin b, and cos a minus b as cos a cos b minus plus sin a sin b. So in this expression, if I assume cos this a, let me get rid of this one now. So if I say that a is cos alpha and b is sin alpha, then what this whole expression becomes? This becomes, suppose I take one more thing, r cos alpha, r sin alpha. So this will become r cos x cos alpha plus r sin x sin alpha is c. Now you take r common and this will become cos x minus alpha is c. So now cos x minus alpha will c by r. Now assume that there is certain values, like I say that the cos beta equal to c over r. So beta is cos inverse c upon r. So we can say that the cos x minus alpha is cos beta, and then x minus alpha will be 2n pi plus minus 2n pi plus minus beta. Now transfer this minus x on the other side and you get this is 2n pi plus minus beta plus alpha. Now one more considerations, that what does this information means. You are given the expressions where the constants are a, b and c, but you have made certain adjustments and then you have converted a as r cos alpha and a b as r sin alpha. So what actually they are? So if you see that, you can say cos alpha is a over r and sin alpha is b over r. If you assume one hypothetical condition that you have a right angle triangle where the acute angle, this is alpha, so this is your a and this is hypotenuse r and this is your b. So you can find the relations, like what's the relation using Pythagorean triplets. You can find r square as a square plus b square, and then if you go and find tan alpha, that is ratio of b over a. This way these two quantities are interrelated. Otherwise also you could have done like, suppose from here if you want to get rid of alpha, that you have to square and add them. So you get a square plus b square is r square cos square alpha plus sine square alpha. So a square plus b square is just r square. The same thing what I have found there, a square plus b square is r square. And now if I want to get rid of r, then I have to divide second equation by first equations, or like see first I will say that, so I can say that a by b is, so r cancel, will get cot alpha. If you are happy with tan alpha, then you can write tan alpha is b over a, and this way you can find the relation. So this is how this kind of equations can be solved. The other equations which was of the form of a sine x plus b cos x equal to c, in that condition we'll try to make our assumption a something, a is r sine alpha and the b as cos alpha. So this expression becomes sin x cos alpha plus cos x sin alpha, and it goes into that category. And here you have the form like the cos, instead of cos you have the form of sin x plus or minus alpha, and then again you can get the answer in that way. Now let me solve one question, then you'll understand this in more detail. So let me clear. So here I have a questions, and it goes like this: root 3 cos x minus 1, root 3 cos x minus sin x as 1. Then how will I solve this question? So I'll just, as usual, I'll go and write root 3 is r cos alpha, and this is 1 is hidden here, so 1 as r sin alpha. Then what this becomes? This becomes r cos x cos alpha minus r sin x sin alpha is 1. So this is r cos x plus alpha is 1. Okay. Now what is r? So you will find that, suppose if I square and add, so I'll get 3 plus 1, root 3 square is 3, 1 square is 1. Now this is r square cos square alpha plus r square sin square alpha, that is r square. If you take common, you get cos square alpha plus sin square alpha, that is 1. So r square is 4, so r is plus minus 2. I ignore sin, I simply go and I say that cos x plus alpha is 1 upon r, which is nothing but 1 upon 2. Now in the table of cos, you see there is one value, that cos 60 degrees is 1 by 2, that is cos pi by 6, sorry, pi by 3, pi by 360, and this is cos x plus alpha. Then again we have got the form cos x equal to cos alpha form, that is x plus alpha is 2n pi plus minus pi by 3, and x will be 2n pi plus minus pi by 3 minus alpha. And now what is alpha? Alpha is just, if you divide this equation by this, then you get tan alpha is 1 by root 3. 1 by root 3 r sin alpha over r cos alpha, r cancelled, therefore tan alpha is 1 over root 3, and alpha here is pi by 6, because tan 30 degree is 1 by root 3 and the 30 degree is expressed in the radian as pi over 6. So now this value of alpha will become pi over 6. So this is how these kind of questions can be solved. One more equations I will solve, and then we'll go into the solution of. Now we have a question that is cot x plus tan x is 2 cosec x. Now how to solve? So better I would like to go back into the cos x upon sin x plus sin x upon cos x is 2 upon sin x. Then I take the LCM as sin x cos x. Here I will get cos square x plus sine square x is 2 upon sine x, that is 1 upon sine x cos x is 2 upon sine x, that is 2 sine x cos x minus sine x. First you can write 2 sine x cos x equal to sine x. Then we find 2 sine x cos x minus sine x as 0. Take sine x common, that is 2 cos x minus 1 is 0. So either sine x is 0 or 2 cos x minus 1 is 0. Here if x is sine x is 0, therefore x is n pi, where n is integer, and this is 2 cos x equals 1. Cos x is 1 over 2. Cos x is cos pi by 3, and x is 2n pi plus minus pi by 3. So these are the ways by which trigonometric equations can be solved. I hope you like this video and keep on practicing, and if you have any doubts, then you can share your doubts in the comment section. Now in the next video we are going to discuss about an important topic called as the polar coordinate system and the rectangular Cartesian coordinate system. Thank you very much. Have a very nice day.